My name is MC Fresh on the Fresh Exclusive Media. Welcome so much and thank you for tuning live. Of course, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. We like it so much. My name, of course, I'm present. And also, Mr. Asimweneri. We go on our today's discussion. It's about politics around Makerere University and their dynamics. Nizo chita bwecho in need. One. There has been and is still ongoing conversation, the debate on social media, even out in student fraternity community about monetization, or we can call it commercialization of politics around the hill. Abagamanti this time around chisu say candidate sent this to say candidate omu is putting money. Is this thing because MP the never take mu elections here ugenda parliamentary committee so babuuza what is there mu guilty GRC promising moto GRC ina lidika ne Scott Kaseo so to yes not me na okay abantu myembuze ate I think ugenda na obuuzo butudde mu nga bw'okiraba
yes sir
sente mu kalulu ka university na nanye Makerere akali mu going right now nga nyingi. Is it setting a precedent that the next time someone who wants to contest for being a guild president or for being a GRC of a school representing 100 people must be having more than 10 million okugenda mukalulu? If it's okay, what does it mean? If they are putting that a lot of money, baina chibasubire chiri mu guild fetch tamanyi whom they think that tolos and they are going to work for us nenga bagenda chimabilala so kutudema
okusokera ddala tweyongerayo mu mbeera bweti mu myaka 10 okuva ku 2026 ejja kuba 2036 omuntu yenna ateekateeka okujja ku guild presidency ye Makerere as it is in this
nawe chikiriza nsente nyingi the monetization
omuntu ajja kuba yeetaaga budget ya milioni nga 3 oba 5 in 10 years time tugenda mu maaso ne president eri mu kuteekebwawo tetandise kati
yes
even previously previously tuwe emyaka nga 3 emabega eyo habit y'essente zogiraba kugeza lyeri olwa Ibra olwa Hussein Ibra Hussein I think the same person and then Fati that regime nga ya only that nti balira abali bateekamu ennyo bali teba wangula put it together naye ekigenda maaso essaawa zino personally I'm not surprised. It stems from the system that is within the country
so but they are copying from
kankutwaleko emabega mu mwaka oguwedde basically 2025 twalina kye tuyita sec elections ez'ekibiina oba oliawo ekiremeza mu buyinza ekya
National Resistance Movement.
It's a NRA.
Yes, yeah.
Njagala nsingolingeyo out. Category ya participating in sec elections aye Entrepreneurs League. Entrepreneurs League yali mukulu basajja balaba n'omulago bayita King Caesar
on Working Side University.
Serious
yes that is.
Naye
mwalimu n'omulala bamwita Philip Kakulu ne batho they later
bateke ebbali ne njogera kuba n'abantu ababiri so to the extent that one vote could go for something like 9M.
One single vote of a delegate like this.
A single vote of a delegate 9M. Katayo kankujeko katono komyewo mzitwandiise structures ez'abavubuka ku mitendera egy'enjawulo okugeza nga UNSA. There is a certain organization UNSA.
Yeah. So there was a lot of money there also.
Campaigns za UNSA.
Yeah.
That's another wezoloza abantu bakola money laundering. Ezo ziveemu tugendeko mu National Youth Council. Ate ekitabuka. Anything mu ggwanga nga kiri by electoral college. Ndoza kisinza okutuleetera obuzibu ku commercialization ya politics generally mu ggwanga. Nja kuwa ekyokulabirako ekirala. Bawakazi MP.
Yes.
but MPs for people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Waliwo nga tunagamba national female youth MP.
Yeah, we can
regional MP. Yeah. Those electoral colleges, special interest groups.
Yeah.
Kati ezisinga okuvaako kaki kanaaluzaala.
Yeah.
You finding a candidate yeetaaga obululu 9 nga wangudde person obululu 9 naye nga buli kalulu kali purchased at 1M.
That's 900 millions.
That's 900.
But then,
yes, nzija, that's 900M.
Yeah.
Neno tunulira omuvubuka ono participate nze mu mbeera bweta spendize ssente bwe zityo
azijjawa
nga wa myaka 24 mu 5 mu 7. Basically on a normal slate ono mwana yabeera either nga amaliza university oba nga akyali mu university. So abantu abali mu state positions ezimu mu structures za electoral colleges bazaagala just for status. Sirowooza nti waliwo omuntu ng'ali reasonable,
yeah,
who can agree to spend 200M on just a Makerere University guild presidential position. Kakati,
yeah,
Makerere University kyekuwa ekyamaanyi as a guild president ekuwa emmotoka. Emmotoka eno eyinza okukostinga kale ekinene nnyo $2,000,000 tesobola kusukka $2,000,000.
eba mmotoka ki
eyinza obutakuwa nti mmotoka gundi naye erina omutemwa gwekuwa for you to can purchase a car such that you can feeling in place.
Yeah.
Ezo sente sobola kusukka $20,000,000. So nosanga ng'omwana
osukka Derek mmotoka ya $2,000,000 ogenda gula mmotoka kinga mpya.
Okay, let me say 25 somewhere there.
But
Kubanga abantu abalina sente, abaana balina sente, sometimes beyongererako nagula emmotoka gyawulira gyakola kijja. But there is omutemwa ogenda mu parliament oba sente zibakuweza emmotoka.
100,
200M.
They are now 350.
Okay, let's say 300 per se. Osobola osalawo n'oganze ngenda kugula emmotoka ya $3,000,000. Oba osobola oganze ngenda kugula emmotoka ya $10,000,000 ya kibanja mpola. Kubanga that's your money. Naye that is not worth the amount that you spend. These people are not spending to get something from there. I think they are spending to get status.
But,
if
yeah,
someone spends to get status, that means talina kyagenda kukolera.
But then, spending to get status, is it really relevant? Is it?
There is something about status. And someone wants person to be influential in some way or the other.
But then, if we are
not for the cause, but for the sake that yes, I have this money. I feel I have this money. I don't have somewhere to invest it. Let me go and I become a big
is it really then? Okay, you have money. You are guild presidential candidate. You have money.
Yes.
Is it really needed for you to spend all this money in elections? Because if you say it is a hill of intellectuals. It is a hill of Almatam, whatever they be saying. People with money. So I don't. Okay, no. First, I feel like if you have money, it is okay to spend it, but in a way, because this is, you can call it unethical. If you have bodies like the Electoral Commission, does it have a set of rules that goes against? If they can say they don't want to see posters on campus, do they have rules that go against this unethical conduct? Because the children bantu banji, they've been complaining about it. Bagamanti, if one candidate feel that I innocent nyingi, others they are struggling, then the thing, it means that the favor is the favor is on that one who have money, and that becomes unfair.
Okay,
so it becomes unfair.
Let me first take you back in time. The whole of this mess started with the Guild Statute of 2022. Believe me, that's when online stuff started. I would say the Dean of Students is the person at the helm of all this mess, respectfully, because she's the one who is directly in control of the electoral process. The Electoral Commission For the 92nd, it is led by somebody called Maureen, I think from the School of Law. It doesn't operate because they won't give it its outright mandate. It operates from the instructions of the Dean of Students. What campaign, what electoral process does it become when a candidate is not allowed to put up his or her poster just physically? I mean, what do you mean? The last I heard was that Makerere University had close to 40,000 students on different levels. When is this person expected to post all the 40,000 people such that they can vote?
It's quite unfair.
The 91st, the winning student had 3,000, around 3,700.
Out
so
of 40 people,
all the
4,000
when you get all the votes that were cast online,
17,000.
let's say that slightly less than 10,000. So that means that left 30
didn't vote.
Disenfranchised. They did not vote. Now, the management of Makerere, if I speak to the management, that means I speak to the dean, I speak to the VC, I speak to the university council, the whole of it as how it operates. They want, let me say, to call it calm Makererians down or pull Makererians down to their knees. They don't want anything related to physical interaction
of students,
of the student's body. Even if it is simply a football match, Nawange has to know. Even if it is simply a porridge night, Nawange has to know. Now, even if we gather here 20 people discussing how this system is working or how discussing the failures of the system, somehow, somewhere, Nawange will do what? We'll find out. So, the fear of Makererians coming together is the cause of the exacerbation of this commercialization of politics. If we go back to the table, because people were not spending as this before that statute. People were engaging physically.
They're saying there's someone who has peeped into the system that and brought this one of the candidates whom I want to mention here, and of course I may not be knowing that's the cause of it. I have been having people, yes, financing their campaigns, pinning posters, of course, tipping their team, those who some lunch sweets. But I hear that there's a candidate who has sniffed in and brought a new system of monetization, total monetization, meeting you, giving you t-shirt. If you don't want to put on, giving you money. At least you post. If you don't post, get money and post. So like that.
So this is coming from somewhere. This is rooted in the whole system. Makerere is not an isolated institution. It works with the national system. The university, to put it, I was trying to cover it, but the university is led by not the would-be deserving intellectuals. The university is full of cadres to the regime. So surely you should expect something like that. I heard rumors that there are party-sponsored candidates and also there are state-sponsored candidates. I mean,
I don't know.
Those are allegations.
I don't know about that.
But however, in the 10 years from now, anyone who would aspire to be a good president of this place, make sure that you have your budget of something like 300 million if you continue like this.
Okay, as we conclude this discussion, of course I have some comments here I want to read for you now, but last semester, as it was ending, the Vice Chancellor came on several media platforms. I saw NBS and NTV cover that story, saying that Makerere as a university the University Council have decided to open, to lift the ban that had been put on the open air campaigns. we saw it live on video very well, and of course we expect a different story as these elections are ongoing, election campaigns are ongoing. As we start this very semester, where we expected to be having elections, and of course come next week, the Dean of Students came with a document urging all participants, that's the candidates and the students, not to engage in any physical form of campaigning. We didn't see any information from the Vice Chancellor who had read it, because the Vice Chancellor represented the university and the university council, right? We didn't see any information from him, but we just saw that document, and students and the other people had to follow it.
So
what does it communicate to you?
The problem is with the whole national system. They will find something to keep you busy, running to, yet some very pertinent and important issues are not being, discussed or something like that. Right now, Makerere has the very, very unfair school fees policy or tuition policy, let me call it like that. However, they will just keep you somewhere. Now we are thinking about candidates splashing money here and there. We will end up with someone least competent to be in that place, just because they have. You see, we have something like 9 or 10 days, or let me say 8 days to that voting, because it is on 9. However, if time still allowed, and we had a new candidate come aboard with lots of money, I can assure you that that person will win that election by a landslide. And that notwithstanding, look at how we vote. For me, I'd vote not to cast any vote. I didn't cast any vote for the Electoral Commission, because that's the group of people that we first vote for. I declined to do that. Now, you have somewhere where I'm going to base wherever I am. I put in my student's number and email. You send me an email, I follow the process and I cast my vote. Now there is you who dictates who is manning the system. You won't allow the fraternity to look at the system directly. It is you who's going to peep at the system. You pick results there, you put them into an Excel. You peep again, you get results from another person, you put in Excel. At the end of the day, you say now,
Clear.
According to what you people have voted for, so and so is the guild president of where? Of Makerere University. Can anyone out there make it make sense? This is an institution of more than 100 years of standing. But if it comes to national obligations, contributing to national civic obligation and awareness, Chambogo University is far away ahead. Because at least in Chambogo, they know people, let me say at Cobams or at CIS, anyone who subscribes to CIS will come with their national ID, will make a line, will be checked in the book, they will cast their vote outrightly. They will drop their vote in the ballot box, and at the end of the day, these people will do what? Will count. Now, I'm not surprised that many Makererians even declined to participate in the 2026 general elections. Yes, because they don't have interest. You see, national interest should always come first. Gone are the days when you look at the best performing people in Ugandan government offices, you realize that their grooming happened at Makerere University. You realize that their oratory skills stem from Makerere University. I mean, there is something your university or your institution of higher education must impart in you. You get me? Most cases I don't agree with Robert Mao, but you see how he performs if it comes to executing duties. Just go make a simple check. You'll find that several MDAs are led by Makererians, and which Makererians participated in these positions. But now you have someone who is going to come up and they can't address 1,000. Okay, 1,000 is many. 120 people. Obviously 120 people. But how is such person for a good president? The biggest role of a good president, others notwithstanding, is to sit in council. Council is the highest authoritative body of any university, according to the Universities and Other Tertiary Institutions Act. Now, this is where they are discussing policies that are going to affect the normal student. They're discussing things to do with money. They're increasing money.
To get more money.
They are, they are cutting money from certain things very pertinent to the students and putting money on things that are not even.
Example there.
You get me? You find people putting money where it is not supposed to be. You find people appropriating money when in their minds they have not considered whether this one is useful to the students, whether it benefits the students' fraternity or not. So, a good president must be someone with that integral mind who is going to stand up against the chairperson of the council. I mean, I'll give you an example of people who sit in council. You have a chairperson there, you have a dean there, you have a chairperson appointments body there, you have a vice chancellor there, you have very, very big men there and respected men. So the person you are sending, is that person able to stand up and speak in your favor? The university council will only allow only 2 people from the students' body to represent.
That's the good
Now,
president.
I think the good president and the vice, not so sure about that. However, you have 2 people representing the interests of 40,000 people. 2 people representing the interests of 40,000 people. Now, if you send someone there just because he or she gave you some little money, in Uganda we say kukakozechi kawedemu ezo ziba ziweddeyo tobanja. What will be next will be for them to go sit, pick allowances, get something to eat, and then leave the place when they know.
So
that.
I think we can roll out this here from here. Then we maybe just start there. Start from there. Once again, have more other discussion to talk about. You cut.